Leases for electric vehicles, EVs, in the United States have gotten significantly more inexpensive over the past few years, which presents a one-of-a-kind opportunity for consumers who are interested in environmentally friendly technology. It is not only a trend that has caused this change in pricing, rather, it is a reflection of fundamental changes that have occurred inside the automotive sector, as well as broader economic reasons. There have been a number of factors that have led to the decline in leasing rates, including technical developments, increased market competition, and government incentives. In light of the fact that manufacturers and leasing businesses are adjusting to a market that is undergoing rapid change, electric vehicles are becoming more accessible than they have ever been before. It is possible to gain insight into the future of environmentally friendly transportation and the changing landscape of the automotive industry by gaining an understanding of the factors that contribute to the current affordability of electric vehicle leases. Why EV leases are cheaper today involves exploring several key factors that influence lease pricing. Number 10. Government incentives and subsidies. Leasing rates for electric vehicles are quite low because of the availability of incentives from both the federal government and individual states. That is one of the most important reasons. The federal government of the United States offers tax breaks to newly built electric vehicles, which can result in a significant reduction in the amount of money that is spent on leasing. A good example of this would be the federal tax credit, which can reach a maximum of $7,500 depending on the battery capacity of the vehicle in addition to other conditions. This is an excellent instance of this. Despite the fact that this credit is often given to purchases, the fact that it exists has an indirect impact on leasing rates. This is because leasing organizations incorporate these incentives into their pricing, which means that leasing prices are affected indirectly. A number of jurisdictions offer additional incentives, such as rebates, tax credits, or reduced registration costs, which further reduce the overall cost of leasing. These incentives can be found in a number of different jurisdictions. Because of these incentives, electric vehicles are becoming more financially appealing, which in turn drives down leasing rates and encourages more people to consider purchasing electric vehicles. In addition, leasing prices are driving down significantly. Number 9. Increased competition among manufacturers. As more and more automotive manufacturers are making the transition into the market for electric vehicles, the degree of competition has increased. This is because of the growing number of electric vehicle manufacturers. Rivian and Lucid Motors are two of the more recent companies that are competing with one another for a portion of the market. Rivian competes with Lucid Motors. Additionally, several of the other major manufacturers, including Tesla, Nissan, Chevrolet, and BMW, are competing with one another for a share of the market. As a result of the tremendous competition that exists in the market, manufacturers are being forced to provide lease arrangements that are more alluring to customers in order to acquire the business of those customers. As an extra point of interest, manufacturers are eager to expand the volume of sales of electric cars in order to fulfill regulatory responsibilities and to capitalize on the fast-growing demand for electric vehicles. This is a point of interest since electric cars are becoming increasingly popular. For the purpose of boosting adoption and brand visibility, they often offer lease costs that are comparable to those of their competitors. Because they provide lease pricing that is competitive, this is a consequence of the fact that they offer. Number 8. Advancements in EV technology and manufacturing. As a result of technological advancements, the costs of manufacturing electric vehicles have decreased by a significant amount. As a result of developments in battery technology, which contain features such as improved energy density and longer lifespans, the overall cost of manufacturing electric vehicles has fallen. This is due to the fact that the batteries have become more efficient. Consequently, as a result of this, manufacturers are in a position to provide decreased lease rates while still maintaining their profitability. In addition to increasing production efficiency and economies of scale, there are other factors that contribute to a reduction in lease costs. Manufacturers are able to reap the benefits of decreased per-unit expenses as the number of electric vehicles, EVs, that are produced and sold increases. This might be reflected in lease offers that are more affordable. Number 7. Residual value considerations. One of the most important considerations in leasing pricing is residual value. At the conclusion of the lease period, this word refers to the projected value of the vehicle that was leased. Generally speaking, lease payments are reduced when residual values are higher since the cost of depreciation is spread out over the course of the lease period. There is a tendency for electric vehicles to have relatively high residual values, particularly popular ones that are manufactured by well-known manufacturers. In part, this is because of the high demand for electric vehicles and the predicted lifetime of these vehicles. It is anticipated by leasing businesses that electric vehicles will keep a greater value over time in comparison to conventional vehicles, which will result in reduced monthly lease costs. Number 6. Expanding EV infrastructure. Leasing electric vehicles has become more convenient and desirable as a result of the expansion of electric vehicle infrastructure, which includes the establishment of ubiquitous charging networks. This has led to an increase in the number of people leasing electric vehicles. As the number of public charging stations continues to increase, consumers are finding leasing to be a more appealing option to purchasing a vehicle. The reason for this is that the difficulties that are often associated with having an electric vehicle are becoming less difficult. This upgraded infrastructure is incorporated into the pricing plans of automotive manufacturers and leasing companies, which results in a reduction in the lease rates that are charged. The growing ease with which electric vehicles may be charged and maintained has resulted in the creation of a leasing environment that is more appealing to potential tenants. Number 5. Financial strategies by leasing companies. Leasing companies often use various financial strategies to make EV leases more appealing. They may offer promotions, special financing deals, or subsidized lease payments to attract customers. These strategies are designed to make EV leases more competitive with traditional vehicles and to encourage the adoption of electric vehicles. Additionally, leasing companies may partner with manufacturers to offer exclusive deals or incentives on specific EV models. These partnerships can lead to lower lease rates and more attractive terms for consumers. Number 4. Consumer demand and market trends. Consumer demand plays a significant role in shaping lease prices. As interest in electric vehicles grows, leasing companies and manufacturers adjust their offerings to meet this demand. High consumer interest in EVs leads to more competitive leasing options as companies strive to capture a share of the expanding market. Market trends, such as increasing environmental awareness and rising fuel prices, also influence lease pricing. Consumers are increasingly looking for environmentally friendly transportation options, which drives demand for electric vehicles and encourages more attractive leasing deals. Number 3. Depreciation and incentives for early adoption. The depreciation of electric vehicles can be faster than that of traditional vehicles, especially with rapidly evolving technology. Leasing companies use this factor to their advantage by offering lower lease rates to attract early adopters who are interested in the latest technology without committing to long-term ownership. Early adopters are often willing to take advantage of lower lease payments as a way to experience new technology and drive down the cost of initial investment. This dynamic helps make EV leases more affordable. Number 2. Government regulations and emission standards. Government regulations and emission standards have become increasingly stringent, pushing manufacturers to produce more electric vehicles to meet these requirements. Compliance with these regulations often involves substantial investments in technology and manufacturing, which can be offset by offering competitive lease rates. By offering attractive leases, manufacturers can quickly increase their EV sales volumes and achieve regulatory targets. This approach helps them avoid potential fines or penalties for failing to meet emission standards, leading to more affordable leasing options for consumers. Number 1. Environmental and social responsibility initiatives. Many companies are committed to promoting sustainability and reducing their environmental impact. By offering lower lease rates for electric vehicles, they support their corporate social responsibility goals and align with broader environmental initiatives. For consumers, this commitment translates into more affordable leasing options for EVs, as companies seek to make electric vehicles accessible to a wider audience. This alignment of business practices with environmental goals benefits both the industry and consumers. Conclusion. The current affordability of EV leases in the U.S. is the result of a combination of factors including government incentives, increased competition, technological advancements, and market dynamics. As the electric vehicle market continues to grow and evolve, these factors will likely continue to shape lease pricing and offer consumers more attractive options for adopting electric vehicles. The lower lease rates are a testament to the industry's commitment to making sustainable transportation more accessible and appealing to a broader range of consumers. Would you like it? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channels for more interesting and informative videos.